Hi, my name is Rachel Correll, and I'm here at Louisiana State University working in the RS-GIS lab under Dr. Nina Lamb. We have been working on this project entitled Move or Stay, a dilemma for coastal Louisiana residents. As you may know, Louisiana suffers from flooding. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Rita affected the coastline. It flooded many coastal cities, and in particular New Orleans. Hurricane Katrina's storm surge devastated New Orleans, leaving many people without their homes and their lives. In more recent times, in 2016, August saw relentless rains that flooded more inland areas of Louisiana. Many of these areas were not known to be high flood risk regions, and therefore did not require its residents to have flood insurance, nor did many voluntarily purchase flood insurance. This left many of those that were flooded very vulnerable to the damages that were incurred from severe flooding. This is important considering that the United States Global Climate Research Program predicts that the Gulf Coast of Mexico, where Louisiana is located, will see significant rises in sea level. Combine this with Louisiana's subsidence rates, with sinking of its land, there is going to be severe increases in the flood risk that coastal Louisiana is facing. We want to understand the influence of flood risk in the decision of coastal Louisiana residents in their decision to either move or stay from the current area. We conducted a live caller telephone survey through the Louisiana State University Public Policy Research Laboratory. We received 1,125 respondents from the parishes in this map, and we asked questions regarding their current and future perception of flood risk and their current and future knowledge of the current and future flood risks. Many respondents were split as to whether flood risk was going to remain the same as it currently is or going to increase in the future. Those that were considering staying leaned more towards the side of unchanging flood risk, as to those that were considering moving fell more along the lines of increasing flood risk in the future. Overall, 18.5% of the respondents were considering moving, many of which were considering moving outside of Louisiana entirely. This map shows the parishes and the percentage of respondents from each parish that were considering moving. Our lowest was Plaquemines Parish, with 0% of its respondents considering moving, and our highest was Jefferson Parish, with nearly 26%. There are other parishes fell in the upper to lower 20 percentage points of those considering moving overall. We asked our respondents to score the importance of 5 categories, 1 being extremely important and 5 being not at all important for flood risk, economic opportunity, proximity to friends and family, quality of schools and hospitals, and moving costs. We averaged those scores for those overall in the survey, those that were considering moving and those that were considering staying. For each of these groups, flood risk was averaged to be the most important factor when considering either moving or staying. And then the other categories range depending on which group you're in. When we asked our respondents an open-ended question as to what would be the most important reason for you to either move or stay, economic opportunity was cited the most times for each group, overall, moving, and staying. However, when we look more specifically at those that were considering moving, flood risk was cited the second most number of times as to why the most important reason for them to consider. This is really important considering that while respondents seem to be recognizing the severity of flood risk, especially as we continue on into the future with rising sea levels and subsiding land, economic opportunities are going to play a significant factor in those decisions. So from a policy standpoint, those that are considering moving may benefit from incentives to move from the high flood risk areas to higher land and more safer areas. And to those that are staying or unable to move at this time, they will need resources and aid to prepare and recover from the flooding that may occur from the higher flood risks. This study was funded by the National Science Foundation through the CNH and Coastal Seas programs grants. Thank you.